Hi, so welcome back to a very quick demo on one of the very powerful tools in MATLAB. It's something known as control point selection. So the point operations, geometric operations mostly, that we studied has a lot of applications. As I said, one of the most important application is in the field of image registration. Okay, so it's something like you will have two images of the same scene, but unfortunately they are taken with maybe some tilt or something, so that they are not exactly looking alike. But you want to register this image on top of the other. Okay, this happens quite a lot at many applications, even in medical field also. You may have want to register an ultrasound image on a CT and so on, right? So many applications. So we will see how the transformation matrices that we learned will help us in this, and MATLAB has a very powerful tool for this, which is known as CP select. Okay, so we will see how it works. Okay, so let me just quickly show you what is our objective and then some steps to go through, and then we will see how we are improving the registration. Okay, so this is the two images. So aerial view of a region. Okay, so one is colored and other one is grayscale. And if you, let's say, observe this building, okay, so this building is here and this building is here as well, but there is some rotation or translation, right, between these two images. So what I want to actually do is register this image on top of this, okay, or reverse, whichever way you want. You can choose which image has to be registered. Okay, so let's try this out. So there is an option known as CP select in MATLAB. So if you run that, you will achieve something like this. So it's a tool. Okay, so you have first image here, second image here, and you have a zoomed, you can control this. Okay, so there's a zoom window which you can control where really you want to actually choose the control points from. Okay, so I'm going to choose this building, for example. So I'll click here first. Okay, so some points are preloaded in this example, so that's why fifth point is chosen here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is already chosen for us to help us. So fifth point I'm choosing. So fifth point I chosen on this image. I have to choose the same, okay, same location, maybe here. If I make error, it will create issues. So fifth point, maybe I'm thinking that the fifth point here is fifth point here in this image. Okay, similarly, maybe I'll choose another one. Okay, sixth point here and sixth point here. So seventh point here, seventh point here, eighth point here, and eighth point here. Okay, so that's it. So I choose an 8 points totally, and now I'll close it. Okay, and I need to do some operations which we will discuss in the hands-on session. So something like what it gives me is then once I choose the points on both sides, I will do a point-to-point comparison and come up with a transformation between the two images. So here, for example, so this is my that matrix, and here I'm going to do a projective transformation. So I'm giving full control. Okay, so this is that matrix, ABCD matrix. Okay, so you can see over here. So basically the transform matrix is something like this. So this is A, B, C, D, and initially we had put both these as zeros, but yes, small values here. This was also 0 in the previous case, but we have some values here. Okay, and then this one also. So that is 2, right? It's a 2 dimension. Okay, so that's fine. So there is no translation sort of captured here, I think. And let's actually see the final image after. So then after that, what you do is you use some command like imwarp. Okay, so there's some command known as imwarp. So let me just show you what it is. So image warping, this is like registration, right? So this command is apply geometric transformation to an image. Okay, so something like you manually do the matrix transformation, then you do the interpolation, all these. Instead of that, all you need to give is, okay, so an image A and the transform matrix T. All you need to do this, and then you get the output image B. So I did this, and I registered the two images, and I am overlaying them. Okay, so basically this is the final result. It's not perfect, but sort of registered. So the gray image is in the background. I transform the color image to look like the gray image, and then overlaid on both of these. So you can see, at least the buildings are perfectly overlapped, but I'm seeing some fuzziness. Trees are not perfectly overlapped, and you're seeing some fuzziness here. But you see, from the first image, this image is sort of rotated and translated. Even translation also is there, some amount of translation is there, right? And even maybe some scaling also has happened. Okay, so this is interesting. Okay, so this is the power of image processing, right? You take two images and accidentally there's some shift, some rotation, translation, scaling, and all these things there. But still, I may be able to register one image on top of the other through the techniques that we discussed in the class. Okay, so we'll have hands-on more on this, and maybe assignment also something around this. So you'll be using all these tools together and come up with your own way to improve the image, improve the registration, for example. Okay, so that's it for today's this short lecture. And in fact, the week also I thought you should get more time for the assignment. So this is a short, crisp lecture purely on point geometric operations. Okay, so we'll conclude this week with this, a very short week in that sense, but assignment will be uploaded sometime around Friday, and you can take maybe 2 weeks for the assignment and spend some time for understanding all the topics that we covered so far, so that you can do the assignment in a meaningful way. Okay, so till the time we see you on hands-on, bye from me. Thank you.